Hello students, welcome to Shri Jain Rank Zone classes. In today's lecture, we will talk about the topic fill in the blanks. This is also a very important topic and you will get at least 3 to 4 questions related to this topic in most of the examinations. So without any delay, let us begin today's lecture. Steps to solve fill in the blanks. Step number 1. Read the statement carefully first and try to fill the missing word without looking at the options. So, as soon as you come across the question, you need to read the statement carefully and try to understand its meaning. After that, you need to fill the missing word without looking at the options. Okay, this is important that you do not look at the options. Try to fill the missing word on your own. So first step is read the statement carefully and try to fill the missing word without looking at the options. Step number 2. Choose the word from the options that best replaces the word that you had thought of initially. So you need to choose the word from the options which is closest to the word that you had thought of initially. Step number 3. Read the sentence again by replacing the blank with the option that you have chosen. So after you have found the option that is closest to the word you had thought of initially, you should put that option in place of the blank and try to read the sentence again. Okay, so you need to read the sentence again by replacing the blank with the option that you have chosen. Step number 4. You must ensure that the word you have inserted in the blank enables you to read the sentence smoothly and correctly. So after you have replaced the blank with the option that you have chosen, you must read the sentence and try to ensure that what and try to ensure that the sentence is smooth and correct. Then step number 4. Step number 4 is you must ensure that the word you have inserted in the blank enables you to read the sentence smoothly and correctly. Step number 5 is then read the sentence one last time to ensure that there are no grammatical errors in the sentence. Also check whether the sentence actually makes sense or not. Once you have placed the option you think is correct in place of the blank. So after you have replaced the blank with the word with the option that you think is correct and ensured that it is smooth and correct, then you one last time and check whether there is any grammar. Also check whether the sentence actually makes okay, 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 okay. These are the steps that you need to take after you have placed the option in the blank in order to ensure that the flow of the sentence is correct and it is also grammatically correct. So these are the 5 steps you need to follow in order to solve the fill in the blanks correctly. Tips for improving performance in this section in verbal examination. To follow these steps which will help you in improving this. First 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 is questions on fill in the blank are frequently asked in the exam. To be able to solve such questions correctly, you must have a very good vocabulary. You will obviously need very good vocabulary to solve these questions correctly because you need to understand the meaning of the sentence as well as the options to correlate them correctly. Okay, so to be able to solve such questions correctly, you must have a very good vocabulary. Good vocabulary means you would perform better in fill in the blank. Second step. It is very important that you read the sentence in the question very carefully. In most of the cases, clues that the type of information needed to fill the gap, a person's name, a date, or a fact, can be derived by a good understanding of the meaning of the sentence itself. So you need to read the sentence very carefully and understand its meaning, because sometimes a lot of information that is needed to fill the gap is mentioned in the sentence itself. So the sentence itself. Third tip: you should you should you should keep a close look at grammar clues. For example, if the article n blank blank, then the answer must begin with a vowel. Such grammatical clues can be of great help in deciding the answers. So you need to look out for grammatical clues, like if article n is placed just before the blank, then the option must begin with a vowel. So these grammatical clues will help in deciding the answer. Okay, so you need to keep a close look at these grammar clues. Tip number 4: you should understand the context of the sentence and options. You must determine the tone of the missing words, whether the required word is positive or negative in the meaning it implies. So you should understand the context in which the sentence is can be used and try to determine the tone of the missing words. This will help in recognizing the correct option. Certain questions, more than one option can be implied. In such cases, method of elimination by simultaneously checking which of the options best satisfies both the entries is very useful. So sometimes more than one option might be suitable to fill in the blank, but you need to use the method of elimination by checking option best satisfies the which option best satisfies the entry, and which is more suitable in the sentence. In some questions, your knowledge and understanding of common idioms and phrases in English language may be tested. Hence, be sure to have a good skill set of such phrases. Sometimes English phrases are mentioned in the question, and a few words are missing. So if you have phrases, phrases, then it might help you in solving those questions. Ensure that the meaning of the sentence is once you have placed the likely option, do check that the sentence gives out a plausible meaning. So you need to make sure that the meaning and the context of the sentence do not change options in put in the answer in the blank. So once you have placed the option, do check the sentence gives out a plausible meaning. You must recognize the logical structure of a sentence and pay attention to what the question requires. So you need to understand the logical structure of the sentence and then guess next what might be the correct option to fill in the blank. So these tips might help you in improving fill in the blanks. All right. Then the biggest and most important thing that you will need to do in order to improve this section is to practice a lot of questions. With practice, you will gain confidence as well as learn the skills to apply. Okay, so practice a lot of questions. Now let us begin our practice for these fill in the blanks questions. We will discuss questions we might face in the examination, and different type of questions which have been asked in Clat or CA examinations as well. Okay, so let us begin our practice questions. Question number 1. We need to choose the correct option out of the 4 choices given. Okay, so question number 1 is: Rehan was so drowsy dash he could not come with us. Rehan was so drowsy dash he could not come with us. This is the question. Okay, I hope you all have understood the meaning of the sentence. Now try to guess which word should come in this blank. He could not, he could not, he could not, he could not, he could not come with us. Now you might have thought of a word that we can put. Then look at the options. Option A is then, option B is so, option C is as, and option D is that. So these are the options. Now compare these options uh, with the word that you had in your own mind. Okay, you had initially thought of a word that you can put in this blank. Now compare these options with that word. Which of these options come closest to the word that you had thought of initially? Now that you might have recognized the word, then try to read the sentence once again after putting that word in this blank. Rehan was so drowsy dash he could not come with us. Now try to see whether it is smooth and correctly combines with the sentence. Now see if there is any grammatical error or not. After this, if you find the sentence appropriate, then I think most of the time you would have guessed the correct answer. So, what is the answer to this question? Rehan was so drowsy dash he could not come with us. Answer is dead. Rehan was so drowsy that he could not come with us. Okay? Rehan was so drowsy that he could not come with us. As per the rules of grammar, so and that are the correlative conjunctions which denote a reason or purpose behind an event. Here, feeling drowsy is the reason behind not going. Thus, the correct word that fits the blank is that. Therefore, all other options are incorrect and cannot be filled in the blank. As you all know, so and that are correlative conjunctions and they are used together. There and we can see in the sentence also has been used and a blank is present. Therefore, that will be the answer to that blank. That is option D. Option D is the correct answer. Rehan was so drowsy that he could not come with us. Okay. Option D, that is the correct answer. Question number 2. Here also we have to choose the option with the correct option out of the 4 given choices. Question number 2 is the criminal together with his associates dash arrested. The criminal together with his associates dash arrested. Options are was, were, is, and have. So what do you think should come in this blank? The criminal together with his associates dash arrested. The correct answer is option A. Option A is correct. That is, the criminal together with his associates was arrested. Okay, this is the correct sentence. Therefore, option A will fill in the blank. Here the main focus is on criminal and not on his associates. Thus, singular verb will be used as per the singular object. Since the sentence is of past tense, helping verb was will be the most appropriate fit to the blank. Note, if the sentence was joined with conjunction and in place of with, then plural verb will be used. So instead of with, if and might have been mentioned in the sentence, then we would have used a plural verb. Okay, were would have been used instead of was if these two, if the criminal and his associates were connected with the conjunction and. Okay, but here they are connected with, answer would be a singular verb, that is option A, was. The criminal together with his associates was arrested. So this is solution for question number 2. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is, the farmer had dash land and many servants. The farmer had dash land and many servants. Which of the options do you think is correct? The farmer had dash land and many servants. Options are little, option B a lot of, option C a few, and option D many. Little, a lot of, a few, and option D many. Which option do you think is most appropriate for this blank? The farmer had dash land and many servants. So the answer is a lot of. The farmer had a lot of land and many servants. This will be the correct answer. Option A, little means less is eliminated as it is contradicting to many servants. Option C and D are incorrect as they are used for countable nouns, whereas land is an uncountable noun. Therefore, the correct word to fit the blank is a lot of, which means more or a larger number. The farmer had a lot of land and many servants. Option B, a lot of, is the correct answer. The farmer had a lot of land and many servants. Let's move on to question number 4. The new employee complied dash whatever instructions given by the manager. The new employee complied dash whatever instructions given by the manager. Our options are option A on, option B at, option C to, and option D with. On, at, to, with. These are the options given. The new employee complied dash whatever instructions given by the manager. Which option do you think will fill in the blank? So the correct option would be option C. The new employee complied to whatever instructions were given by the manager. The new employee complied to whatever instructions were given by the manager. So this is the correct sentence. And option C would be the answer to this question. Why? Because certain verbs like comply, propose, prefer, order, etc. are always followed by preposition to. The only option that has the preposition to is option C. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Okay. Now let us move on to question number 5. A policeman dash I know helped me in this matter. A policeman dash I know helped me in this matter. Options are option A who, option B whom, option C which, and option D to which. Please look at the options and try to see which will correctly fill in the blank. Option A who, option B whom, option C which, and option D to which. A policeman dash I know held me in this matter. What do you think is the correct answer? The correct answer will be a policeman whom I know. So option B, whom, will be the correct answer. A policeman whom I know helped me in this matter. Option B, whom, is the correct answer. Which is used for non-living things, but here the context refers to a policeman. Which is used for non-living things, but here the context refers to a policeman. Thus, options C and D are incorrect. Appropriate word to fit the blank, as it is used to refer the object of the verb. Okay, therefore, option B is the correct answer. Option B, whom, is the correct answer. Whom I know helped me in this matter. Question number 6. Here also we have to choose the correct option out of 4 choices. This question is the most dash of all. This question is the most dash of all. Option A is complicate, option B is toughest, option C is difficult, and option D is easiest. Which option do you think is correct? This question is the most dash of all. Option A complicate, B toughest, C difficult, and D easiest. Which of these options do you think is the correct answer? So the correct answer will be adjective. Summative, 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 summative. So most has already been used in the sentence just before. Option, 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 option A and B already denote superlative degree, but option A and B are already in superlative degree. Sorry, option B and D are already in superlative degree. And complicate is verb, complicated is the adjective which would be correct. So we cannot use complicate in this blank because it is a verb. We need an adjective to fill in this blank, and complicated is the correct objective. Uh, Complicated is the correct adjective, but it is not mentioned in the options. Therefore, difficult will be used. The superlative degree of difficult is most difficult, which is not only grammatically correct but suits the context also. This question is the most dash of all. This question is the most difficult of all. This is the correct answer. Option C, difficult, is the correct answer. Now let us move on to question number 7. The emergency services dash the accident site as soon as the news of the train collision was dashed to them. The emergency services dash this accident site as soon as the news of the train collision was dashed to them. Now here are two fill in the blanks. Therefore, in the options also two different words are given. So you need to identify the correct option out of these four options. The emergency services dash the accident site as soon as the news of the train collision was dashed to them. What do you think is the correct answer? The correct option would be option D, reached or relayed. The emergency services reached the accident site as soon as the news of the train collision was relayed to them. So the correct option is option D, reached and related. The emergency services reached the accident site as soon as the news of the train collision was relayed to them. In the context of the sentence, the emergency services arrive at the accident site in time. Hence, the only suitable word for the first blank is reached. Besides, the word relayed meaning passed on fits the second blank as the news of the accident was passed on to the emergency service. In collision was 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 relayed to them. Option 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 option. Now let us move to question number 8. I'll put it, 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 I'll put it. When all data hash around us, the comforts of a well-stored library. Option in the 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 options that sound similar to the word you had thought of initially. When all that is or increase 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 or increase. Option B, draws and retain. Option C, futile and futile and futile and futile and keep. Which of these four options do you think will fill in these blanks? So the correct only ready, 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 only retain their steady value. Option A, option A, option A, option A, option A cannot be correct as comforts cannot increase their value. In option B, 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 both drops of 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 are appropriate for the blanks. In option C, usage of demonstrate for the second blank will be because comforts is a plural noun and must be followed by a verb. Hence, hence option C. Hence get in option D. In option D. In option D. In option D. Usage of futile, which is an adjective. Usage of futile, which is an so the correct option would be option B, draws around us, draws around us, draws around us, draws around us, draws around us. The comforts of a well-stored library only Let's move on to question number 9. Small leather tanning units around Chennai and hosiery units around Tirupur can dash for having a dash effluent treatment plant. Small leather tanning units around Chennai and hosier units around Tirupur from having a dash effluent treatment plant. So the options are gain and profitable, advance and modern, benefit and common, and progress and dynamic. Small leather tanning units around Chennai and hosiery units around Tirupur can dash from having a effluent treatment plant. So the correct answer is option C, benefit and common. Small leather tanning units around Chennai and hosiery units around Tirupur can benefit from having a common effluent treatment plant. Correct option is option C, benefit and common. Small leader tanning units around Chennai and hosiery units around Tirupur can can benefit from having a common effluent treatment plant. Option A is option A is illogical, as businesses put would not profit from just having a profitable effluent treatment plant. It hence gets eliminated. Option B and D are inappropriate, as it cannot be inferred as to how a modern effluent treatment plant would advance or progress industry directly. Option C appropriately uses the words benefit and common and is logically consistent. Therefore, option C is the correct option. Question number 10. The critical outbursts from the minister are dash of the fact that there is no real dash in the union cabinet on the current austerity drive. The critical outbursts from the ministers are dash of the fact that there is no real dash in the union cabinet on the current austerity drive. The critical outbursts from the ministers are dash of the fact that there is no real dash in the union cabinet on the current austerity drive. Our options are option A, thoughtful compromise, option B, indicators and harmony, option C, reflective and consensus, and option D, reflectors and conformity. Which of the options best suits this blank? Option A, thoughtful and compromise, option B, indicators and harmony, option C, reflective and consensus, or option D, reflectors and conformity. So the correct answer to this question is option C, reflective and consensus. Option C is the correct answer. The critical outbursts from the ministers are reflective of the fact that there is no real consensus in the Union cabinet on the current austerity drive. Since the outbursts are critical or criticizing, they signify the fact that the best word to convey this meaning in the context is reflective or indicative. Therefore, we can eliminate options A and B. Besides, the harmony indicates order in a general sense. Consensus, a general agreement, conveys the intended meaning of the sentence. Therefore, C option C is the correct answer, reflective and consensus. These will come in the two fill in the blanks mentioned. Question number 11. Choose the correct option out of the four choices given. We have to choose the correct option out of the four given choices. Question number 11 is, give an example pertinent dash the case. Give an example pertinent dash the case. So options are with, on, for and to. Option A is with, option B is on, option C is for and option D is to. Which of these is correct? The correct one is option D. Give an example pertinent to. So the correct answer would be option D, to. Give an example pertinent to the case is the correct statement. Give an example pertinent to the case. Smacks dash recklessness. Your conduct smacks dash reckless. Tom and 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 option D, in. Your conduct smacks dash recklessness. So the correct answer to question number 12 is, your product smacks of recklessness. Option A, of, is the correct option. Smacks of recklessness. So option A is the correct option and your conduct smacks of recklessness is the correct sentence. Question number succeed, succeed, succeed. They dash have to work very hard. Hard, 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 hard. Options are A, must, option B, ought, option C, should, and option D, will. Most, ought, should, will. These are the four options. Which of these options will most appropriately fill in these blanks? Please choose the correct option. I am giving you 10 seconds to evaluate the statement as well as options. Try to solve your own only. If they want to succeed, they dash have to work. The correct answer is option D. If they have to work very hard. Okay, this is the correct statement. If they want to succeed, they will dash to they will if they want if they want if they want to succeed, they will have to work very hard. This is answer 13, option D. Let us move on to question number 14. The minister flew dash the flooded areas in a helicopter. Question number 14 is the minister flew dash the flooded areas in a helicopter. Option A is about, option B is over, and option C is along. Option D is in. The minister flew dash the flooded area in a helicopter. The minister flew dash the flooded areas in a helicopter. Options are option A about, option B over, option C along, and option D in. Option D is in. So the correct answer would be the minister flew dash the flooded areas in a helicopter. Dash is over. Option B. The minister flew over the flooded areas in a helicopter. The correct answer is option B over. The minister flew over the flooded areas in a helicopter. Correct option is option B over. Let us move on to question number 15. Would anybody dash a mother have risked her life for the baby? Would anybody dash a mother have risked her life for the baby? The correct option is option A rather, option B but, option C then, and option D however. Please choose the correct option out of these four given options. Rather, but, then, and whosoever. So the correct answer is would anybody but a mother have risked her life for the baby? Okay, this is the correct option. Would anybody but a mother have risked her life for the baby? Option A is rather, option B is but, option C is then, and option D is however. And but is the only suitable word. Would anybody but a mother have risked her life for the baby? Option B, but is the correct option. Let us move on to question number 16. Question number 16 is Kanak is endowed dash many great qualities. Kanak is endowed dash many great qualities. Options are option A of, option B by, option C in, and option D with. Kanak is endowed with dash many great qualities. Try to choose the correct option, giving you 5 more seconds. The correct option for question number 16 is option D with. Kanak is endowed with many great qualities. Kanak is endowed with many great qualities. is the correct option. Question number 17. Question number 17 is the passengers were very happy dash the friendly and warm treatment. The passengers were very happy dash the friendly and warm treatment. Option A is from, option B is by, option C is about, and option D is to. From, by, about, to. The passengers were very happy dash the friendly and warm treatment. Option A is from, option B is by, option C is about, and option D is to. So the correct answer would be option C. The passengers were very happy about the friendly and warm treatment. This is the correct sentence. The passengers were very happy about the living, about the friendly and about option C, 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 about is the correct answer. The passengers were very warm treatment. About the friendly and 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 warm treatment. This is the correct option. Sunita decided to set dash sometime every day for Sunita sometime 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 every day for prayers. Option C, 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 up and dash sometime every day for prayers. Decided to set Sunita option 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 option. Question number 19. Amit 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 but could not utter a single word for time 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 for option B 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 before, option C about, and option D is 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 option B before. She stood before Amit but could not utter a single word for quite some time. She stood before Amit but could not utter a single word for quite some time. Option B is the correct answer. Option B before is the correct option which will fill in this blank. She stood before Amit but could not utter a single word for quite some time. This is the correct statement. Now question number 20. We shall fail dash we are industrious. We shall fail dash we are industrious. Options are option A until, option B unless, option C the, and option D whether. Until, unless, the, whether. Which of these options will come in the blanks? We shall fail dash we are industrious. So the correct answer would be we shall fail dash we are industrious. The answer is unless. We shall fail unless we are industrious. This is the correct answer. Option B, unless, is the correct option. We shall fail unless we are industrious. Okay. Question number 21. The doctor advised him to go dash several medical tests. The doctor advised him to go dash several medical tests. Options are A, through, option B, into, option C, about, and option D, under. Through, into, about, under. These are the four options. The doctor advised him to go dash several medical tests. So the answer is the doctor advised him to go through several medical tests. Option A is the correct option. The doctor advised him to go through several medical tests. Question number 20. The doctor advised him to go dash several medical tests. The answer is through. The doctor advised him to go through several medical tests. Question number 20. Her parents have arrived dash the airport. Her parents have arrived dash the airport. Options are option A, on, option B, in, option C, to, and option D, at. On, in, to, at. These are the four options. Her parents have arrived dash the airport. Which of the options do you think is most appropriate? So the answer will be her parents arrived dash the airport. Her parents have arrived at the airport. Option D, at, will be the correct option. Her parents have arrived at the airport. This sentence is grammatically correct as well as sounds smooth and correct. Her parents have arrived at the airport. This is the correct answer. Let's move on to question number 23. Question number 23 is, I have never come dash anyone as rude as him. I have never come dash anyone as rude as him. I have never come dash anyone as rude as him. Option A is across, option B is at, option C is around, and option D is to. Across, at, around, to. Which option do you think will fill in the blank? Across, at, around, to. I have never come I have never come dash anyone as rude as him. I have never come across anyone as rude as him. I have never come at anyone as rude as him. This does not fit. If we fit option number C, around, I have never come around anyone as rude as him. And then last option could be written as, I have never come to anyone as rude as him. So option A and C sounds correct, So what would be the answer? The answer will be option A, across. I have never come across anyone as rude as him. This would be the correct option. I have never come across anyone as rude as him. Now let us move on to question number 24. Question number 24 is Money, along with his friends, dash for basketball practice every morning. Money, along with his friends, dash for basketball practice every morning. Our options are option A, were going, option B, are going, option C, goes, and option D. Money along with his friends are were going, are going, and goes and go. Out of these options, which option do you think? Money friends with his friends dash for basketball practice every morning. Friends da- da- dash for basketball practice every morning. B, option C, goes. Money along with his friends goes for basketball practice every morning. Option C, goes, is the correct answer. Money along with his friends goes for basketball practice. This is the correct sentence. Question number 25. I can't bear dash late. I can't bear dash late. Options are option A, B, option B, bean, option C, two, and option D is BG. B, bean, two, bean. Which of these options will come in this blank? I can't bear dash late. I can't bear dash late. So the correct answer would be option D, being late. I can't bear being late. This is the correct answer. Option D would be the correct option. Let us move on to question number 26. Question number 26 is they returned home dash a taxi. They returned home dash a taxi. Option A is on, option B is with, and option D is from. On, from, from. They returned home dash a taxi. Would it be A, on? They returned home on a taxi. They returned home with a taxi. They returned home and taxi, and they returned west, 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 west. So the correct answer will be option C. In they returned home in a taxi. They returned home in a taxi. Question number 27. If you promise dash angry with me, I will tell you what I broke. If you promise dash angry with me, I will tell you what I broke. Options are option A not get, option B not getting, option C get not, and option D not to get. If you promise dash angry with me, I will tell you what I broke. Option A is not gel, option B is not getting, option C is get not, and option D is not to get. If you promise dash angry with me, I will tell you what I broke. So answer for question number 27 is if you promise not to get angry with me. Not to get. If you promise not to get angry with me, I will tell you what I broke. Option D not to get it will be the correct option. Now question number 28. A fire broke dash in the neighborhood. A fire broke dash in the neighborhood. Options are option A out, option B away, option C off, and option D from. A fire broke dash in the neighborhood. Option A out, option B away, option C off, and option D from. Out, away, off, from. A fire broke dash in the neighborhood. So the correct answer would be a fire broke dash in the neighborhood. A fire broke out in the neighborhood. Option A would be the correct answer. A fire broke out in the neighborhood. Question number 29. A thief does not dash the enter. Question number 29. A thief does not dash the door. Option A is knock, option B is knock at, option C is knock on, and option D is knock to. A thief does not dash the door. A thief does not dash the door. A thief does not dash the door. Options are knock, knock at, knock on, or knock to. Correct? Think is correct. A thief does not dash the door. So the correct answer would be option B, knock at. A thief does not knock at the door. A thief does not knock at the door. Option B, knock at would be the correct option. Now let us move on to question number 30. The method and practice of teaching is called dash. The method and practice of teaching is called dash. The method and practice of teaching is called dash. Options are option A is philately, option B pedagogy, option C training, and option D pediatrics. The method and practice of teaching is called. The method and practice of teaching is called. The correct answer is pedagogy. The method and practice of teaching is called pedagogy. The method and practice of teaching is called pedagogy. The method and practice of teaching is called pedagogy. Question number 31. Dash, you have to complete these proverbs. Question, question number 31 is complete the proverb following questions. Question is dash waters run dash. Option A is hot fast, option B is muddy slow, option C is stagnant leisurely, and option D is still deep. Dash waters run dash. Option A hot fast, option B muddy slow, option C stagnant leisurely, and option D deep root. Sorry, option D is still and deep. Which option do you think will fit in correctly? Dash waters run dash. So the answer is option D, still deep. Still waters run deep. This is the proverb. Okay, still water runs deep. Option D is the correct option. Question number 32. Question number 32 is when dash is bliss, it is dash to be wise. When dash is bliss, it is dash to be wise. Options are option A ignorance and folly, option B knowledge and better, option C romance and boring, and option D bachelorhood single. Question is when dash is bliss, it is dash to be wise. We need to complete this proverb. Option which option fits in most correctly? When dash is bliss, it is dash to be wise. Ignorance, folly. Option B, knowledge and better. Option C, romance and boring. And option D, bachelorhood. Option D is bachelorhood and single. So the correct answer is option A. When ignorance is bliss, it is folly to be wise. When ignorance is bliss, it is folly to be wise. Option A is the correct option. When ignorance is bliss, it is folly to be wise. This is the correct statement. Question number 33. In each of the following sentences, there are two blank spaces. Find out which pair of words can be filled up in the blanks in each sentence in the same sequence to make the sentence meaningfully complete. Question number 33 is Somesh dash me coming to his table. He smiled and dashed me a chair. Somesh dashed me coming to his table. He smiled and dashed me a chair. Option A is found and signaled. Option B is met and sat. Option C is looked and gave. And option D is saw and offered. Somesh dashed me coming to his table. He smiled and dashed me a chair. Option A found and signaled. Option B met and tried it. Option C looked and gave. And option D is saw and offered. Somesh dashed me coming to his table. He smiled and dashed me a chair. So the answer will be saw me coming to his table. He smiled and offered me a chair. C. Saw and offered would be the correct option. Somesh saw me coming to his table. He smiled and offered me a chair. This is the correct statement. So the correct D is option D. Question number question number question number question number 34. The leaders were dash needed by those to dash they addressed. The leaders were dash needed by those to dash they addressed. The leaders were dash needed by those to dash they addressed. Option A is angrily who. Option B is readily and which. Option C is scarcely and whom. And option D is rarely and where. Option A is angrily and who. Option B is which. Option C is scarcely and whom. Option D is rarely and where. Which option do you dash needed by those to dash they addressed? So the correct option would be option C. The leaders were scarcely needed by those whom they addressed. The leaders were scarcely needed by those. This is the correct statement. Okay. Option C, scarcely and whom would be the correct options. So the answer is C. Question number 30. I am not dash offer a more dash price. I am not dash to sell you my house unless you offer a more dash price. This is the statement. Now the options are option B is prepared and realistic, correct, correct, and option D is having and actual. I am not dash to sell you my house a more dash price. Which option do you think fill in the blank the most agree and better? Option B prepared and correct or option D having and actual. Try 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 to fill in the blanks. answer would be 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 option B. I am not prepared price 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 price. All other options does not fill in correct answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. I am not prepared to sell you my house unless you offer a more attractive price, uh, more realistic price. Okay, so the answer would be option B, prepared and realistic. This would be the answer. I am not prepared realistic price. Price. So this is the answer for question. With this, we come to the end of our practice session of from different books and 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 different sources so that you can perfect your is this topic and score maximum marks. Thank you, and we will meet in next lecture.